Hey everybody, it's Brent, Central Arkansas. I just completed a complete change out of the grow tubes. I also made a little bit of improvement so that it can drain faster. I really like this system quite a lot. I took a lot of lessons that I learned from microgreens, deep water culture, drip irrigation, and I incorporated it all into a small platform, the smallest that I could have imagined. Now I've grown tomatoes to full size, squash to full size, and those are two huge drinking, root producing crops, and they all grow well in the 6-inch tube. So I'm really pleased with this system. It's very close to the ground, so I get a lot of height going up with the tomatoes. I can string. It's just wonderful in every way. It's almost set it and forget it. I've got a 55-gallon drum back here that I fill with nutrient. That nutrient drips to the control box. If you want to see how I set all this up, there's a playlist that'll be at the end of the video. And that control box controls both the amount of liquid. It sets a level in the control box, and that level is maintained in all the grow tubes. It also has an air import injection. The only electric powered or powered piece to this whole system is an air pump, and that pump pumps through the grow tubes, providing oxygen, disease resistance, keeps everything nice and healthy. It grows wonderfully. What else? It's just, I love everything about it. The 1-inch net cups, there's no need to add extra media, no clay pellets, no nothing like that. You just put it in, wedge a little bit of like styrofoam or something in between there. A cotton ball is another good thing you could use. And then as it grows, it kind of presses that 1-inch cup. It's easy to take out. You can take the whole system out. Anyway, if you want to see how it's made and the functions, again, it's in the playlist. So the improvements, this video is about the complete change out and the improvements I made that will help drain it. Now I do a nutrient change out at least every 2 weeks. A complete nutrient change out brings in fresh nutrient every time, so I do not have to adjust the pH. I do not have to worry about the parts per million. That is all consistently set when I fill the 55-gallon gravity fed drum out there that feeds the control box and all these panels. So that's what this video is about today. I'm going to show you some improvements. I've started a complete new grow, as you can see here. Just really excited. I want to share that with you. I'll take you to the video now. So it's time to clean out the grow tubes, and I got a slight modification. Had a wonderful grow season just before the first one, and tomatoes did absolutely wonderfully. And I wanted to show you some of the changes, some things I learned here. You can see there that it's dripping out. It's nearly full, and the reason why it's dripping so slow is because the water's going through the little air holes in there. That is a change I wanted to make so I could drain it quicker, and I'll show you what I did. Well, first, before we do that, I'll tell you I ovaled the holes a little bit so I can stick my hand in there and clean it, and it's worked out perfectly. On the end here, instead of a cap, I put a T, a valve is what it is. Let me show you here. This valve here. And I drilled a hole through the top of the grow tube with this size drill bit, whatever size that hole saw bit is, so that I could put this little modification, which is just a little 3/4 inch PVC T and a slip-on union that I made little holes here that grip around the T head so that I can just lift this back and twist it just like so. When I do that, you see it comes out a lot faster. The last change I'm going to make is I'm going to take the dividers here and I'm going to cut them a little bit off here so that the water can escape quicker from underneath the dividers. While I'm cleaning these, I had 3 plants that I want to continue to grow. 2 of them are here. They're new I guess they're not new, they're cuttings from one that was in here that I've started over. They look really good. And I'll show you the roots, what they look like on here. And I'm just putting them in there temporarily, keeping the roots moist. Clean grow tubes are back in their location and secured. I took the control box out. I'm going to rinse it out and put it back and then fill it up when we're done. Here's a control box. I brought it out here. You can see the debris in the bottom. Just going to give it a quick rinse. That's all there is to it. And plug it back in. We'll be good to go for another one. Here's one quick look. Finishing look here. Those are the 2 tomatoes. They're already setting fruit. From the change out, I've got my squash breeding here and a bunch more tomatoes. I've got some Tachi, some Bella Rosa, some Big Beef. What else? I got Big Dina, Juliet as a cherry / plum. Just a bunch of good stuff here, and they're all growing fantastic. It's Brent, you guys. See you later.